I'm
So
free.
me and Pro ran the heroics, first 4 bosses. They are not that hard.
Really?
Like the hardest one was probably Lady Ashmane,
Out of range.
mostly because it's a real heavy DPS check.
It's too far away.
Alright, be big.
Proud of you.
Job done.
Oh, was that something I should have been trying on?
Should be
I
trying
cheated
all the time.
anyway.
Didn't use my Wake of Ashes like I did just.
It's too far away.
I was holding back for you.
Out of range.
So hit the tornadoes first.
Yes. No, there's a lot to do in this fight. Good luck to every mage in here, or caster, because you're gonna hate this fucking fight.
Yeah, that's if we do what we did.
If you get knocked into the water, it'll take your haste down 33%.
Out of range. Too far away. I need to get closer. It's too far away. Out of range. I need a target. I need to get closer.
Help, I'm dying.
Wrong number, who dis?
I'm dead.
Wrong number, who
Excellent.
dis? Look, you can go real easy like now, Ren.
I know.
Take your time, relax, maybe put your feet up for a little bit. You can use big as a coffee table.
It's almost like I did so much damage they ignored all of you.
I just forgot to heal you, to be honest.
Out of range. I need a target.
Just for that big, you're not gonna get a battle shot.
Ooh.
I just
And I
wrecked you.
still beat you.
It's too far away.
Put those to the edges. And healers have to dispel those.
Spell Perseus.
The ritual has begun. We all have our parts to play. Isn't that so, my child?
Yes, my queen. I sacrifice all that I am to serve you.
I forgot to pop flask.
Gaze upon true devotion, landwalkers.
Can I get
Behold
rebuffs?
the rage
No.
of a queen.
Strike that monstrosity down, champions. We must stop the flow of energy from this chamber.
Oh, not the first boss of fucking damn Siege of Orgrimmar again.
Pretty much.
Y'all need a quick explanation of it, or are you good?
Yeah, I'll give us a rundown.
Okay. For DPS and healers, we need to make sure we take those circles. We just saw them less than 10 seconds ago to get dispelled off into the corners or like the back of these little narrow hallways, just so that's out of the way. Eventually tornadoes are going to start spawning, so we're going to have to kite them to the right, and we're just going to do a full rotation all the way around. Eventually we're going to be put into like a mist realm, essentially. This whole place is going to get dark and misty, and orbs are going to spawn. And we have to basically find the ad that's in there. We're going to have to actually walk through the orb, and when you walk through one of the orbs, it spawns another tornado. So just avoid the tornado as much as possible, stay out of the water as much as possible, rinse and repeat. Friend, you're broken. Still broken.
Discord don't like his mic either. Doesn't like mine either.
Can you
Hey,
hear
Andy,
me?
what's up with?
You're good.
I said, where to go, Miko?
To party.
This is the party.
Says internet went out, don't know when it'll be back.
He just wanted to avoid this fight.
I don't blame him.
He
This
did
fight
last time
sucks.
we did it because he was dead the whole time.
This entire fight sucks.
We just had to utilize the whole play area to avoid the
Can
tornado.
you give Solar a raid assist?
Sure.
I'm just gonna kind of give you an idea of how we're gonna kite around. So if tanks are on Skull, melee DPS and range need to basically be behind them the entire time as we kite, because the tanks will never actually drop tornadoes. They're only going to spawn on top of the melee and healer, so we need to be behind the tanks as we're kiting around, so that there's never a tornado ahead of us. And then I'm going to drop some more flags here.
What didn't we do it with the range in like the middle behind us a little bit? Isn't that how they? Or they like stacked it right up on top?
They were essentially stacked right on top. Okay, so essentially where all those icons are is going to be a pillar of, or like a line of orbs that go from the boss all the way towards the water, and you have to walk through one of them. We only want to activate one orb, and whoever walks through that orb, preferably a tank, is going to take a big hit and get a debuff, and we're going to have to heal them through it. The ad will spawn either where we're standing, where Star is, or where in between the moon, either on the left or right side of the moon. And that's where, when we're in the mist phase, we have to find it, DPS it, kill it, and finish it off. Tornadoes are going to start spawning during the fight with the ad, so we have to down it as fast as possible. Once we down the ad, everything basically resets, and we kite around clockwise again.
Something to mention, don't attack the ads until we get to the big.
Yes, there's little ads along the way, so just ignore them until you get to the big ad.
Tanks just need to get aggro those little ads and just bring them to the big guy, and then we just DPS the big guy down. I think attacking the small ones does AoE damage, something like that, slower, right?
Yeah, when they die, they do AoE damage. It's better to just take them to the boss and just splash them down, and we'll just pop a healer cooldown.
Where do those little ants spawn?
Just random.
Why when I was thinking, I noticed that some spawned like on the same side of us before we popped one of the orbs. So I just grabbed aggro them, went through the orb, brought them all the way to the big guy. There was some also with like surrounding the bigger ad. So I just got aggro of all that.
Remove him for temporarily.
But usually they're leading up until the big guy.
Once we get to that phase, you'll be able to see what we're talking about. Just make sure that when we see the orbs and we're starting to move towards the big ad, that we automatically make sure that the tanks are the first ones through so they can soak the damage.
Thanks for coming.
Alright, it downgraded to 13.
So essentially, you just ideally you want to start right where the green triangle is, and we're going to be behind you. That means melee, range, dealers. And as tornadoes are just getting out of control and it gets clogged up, just start moving forward clock or counterclockwise, and then we'll just keep following along, dropping tornadoes as we go. Ideally, if we get them down fast enough, we should hit where Condom is, and that's where we should basically be transitioning at that point.
Alright, well, let's get this a try because our raid nights are kind of shortened.
Five, four, three, two, one.
No escape!
4, 3,
Power overwhelming!
1.
Beware. 4, 3, 2.
Make sure to take those far back, and healers, we gotta decurse those. Start kiting them.
Four, three, two,
Power
one.
overwhelming!
Beware.
Are we going counterclockwise?
4,
Counterclockwise.
2, 1.
Beware.
Power overwhelming!
I need to get closer. Four, three, two, one.
Beware.
Power overwhelming!
4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
These are the orbs I was talking about.
Beware.
So we see the big ad on the right, so we're going counterclockwise and we continue to move. Tanks need to bust through one of the orbs. Watch for the tornado to move and then go through. Start DPSing the ad.
Do we still take the boss right now?
No, you don't. Nope. The boss is on its own little journey. Healers, this is where it gets heal intensive, so be ready to pop cooldowns. And we're still gonna have to drop shit off in the corners.
Beware.
And then we're right back on ad and we rinse and repeat again.
Kill the ads for small guy.
Make sure you focus the small ads before
4,
DPS the boss.
2, 1.
Power overwhelming. 2. Beware.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
It's too far away. 4, 3,
It's kind of get a little tighter, creepy guys.
1.
Kind of all spread out too far.
Power overwhelming.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
Move over here, guys. Clock, counterclock.
Power
Start moving, everyone.
overwhelming.
Gotta keep rotating.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Beware. Power overwhelming.
Do you want me to try to turtle through one of these?
Beware.
You can definitely turtle.
I'll save some damage.
Ad is on the opposite side of us.
Yep,
so we
just keep going counterclockwise, start breaking through.
Weak.
Just one at a time, because otherwise we have two tornadoes up.
just get aggro the ads and just move them to the big guy. Keep moving through them.
I'm out of range.
Move those out of the group.
Beware.
I need to get closer.
Yeah, I got pulled out of the circle. A little too slow.
Got
That's-
meleeed by the boss.
If you get too close to him, you get hit. Well, that's the basic of the entire fight.
Hey, I can run somebody. Who doesn't want to run back?
So is it random where he spawns?
Yeah, it is random.
Yes, it's random. Oh, I did a bad job. Run.
Run!
I'm coming, I can heal.
We don't have a tank here.
I'll have a repair bot when we get there.
We don't have a tank here.
My pet taunt is on. Never mind, he's dead.
I got rock on. Healing the rock elemental.
I got him.
That rock on was a MVP.
Well, he's dead.
Oh, I thought
Holy shit, he wrecks my pet.
imagine what he's gonna do to your face.
He's stunnable, by the way.
There's a hexed one.
Kill it already?
Yeah, we
No,
killed him.
you came back in just in time for us to do it again.
We're on the last boss, actually.
Yeah, you missed Ren not beating me.
I'll let you, man.
Oh yeah. Maybe I can stay alive for this one, man.
You staying alive? Don't joke.
Just don't try tanking it.
So tanks just need to rush to the dude, right?
Essentially, yes.
Yeah, but we all need to move as a group. And we gotta stay
Right.
closer together than we did that last fight.
The
We're
main
spread
idea
out.
behind the whole thing is that we need to stay close together so we can kind of group the tornadoes in one small cluster, and we got to get the magic circles, the arcane explosions, out so we can decurse them and bring them back in before the tornadoes become a havoc, and just keep rotating around. And then as soon as we get to the fog phase, we have to rush towards the big ad, because the more time we spend in the wind, the more damage it does.
And if the eye gets pulled out of a circle, he enrages.
Correct. And during the fog, if you get too close to the fog, he'll instantly smack you. The idea is we're concealed away from him so he can't see us.
We need a lock closet. Forgive me.
There, I ordered pizza. It'll get here just in time to take it to work.
Where'd you order it from?
East of Chicago.
So it's Chicago style pizza.
Actually, I'm getting subs. But yeah,
You just said you ordered a pizza.
I'm taking subs.
Oh, okay.
So, when the tanks get a tornado, what are we supposed to do? Just kind of run away from it and then just catch back up as soon as possible, or just run around it and catch back up as soon as possible?
I don't
So-
think tanks can get tornadoes dispelled.
So what happens is the boss is going to shoot liquid at the DPS, and whenever those water droplets hit, they turn into the tornadoes. So you can see where they're going to spawn. But as soon as you see yourself getting the tornado or a water droplet hits you, just get out of there. Tornado's going to hit. The arcane explosions don't spawn tornadoes. All they do is just explodes. You just don't want to stand in the circle.
Yeah, I think the last time it wouldn't leave me, and then I figured out that I could get out of it. So that's good.
Let's just keep running counterclockwise to avoid tornadoes. If they're catching up to us, then we gotta keep moving. Just want to stay above them.
Otherwise, you got to play dodge the tornado in one spot.
3, 2, 1.
No escape!
4,
Power overwhelming!
1.
Beware.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Start moving.
Four, 3, 2,
Power
1.
overwhelming!
Keep moving to the right, guys. For those who are active.
It's too far away. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware. Power overwhelming!
4.
Point of being together too is so we're all together for the
One.
ads.
Beware. overwhelming. Weak.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware. Power overwhelming. Beware.
Dispel Ren.
Adds on the right there. Go through one orb.
It's too far away.
Dispel Ren.
Beware.
I need to get closer.
That sucks.
It's too far away.
Yeah.
Finish that.
4,
We're gonna have to get him up.
2, 1.
Power overwhelming.
2.
Beware.
Keep moving right, guys. Don't get behind.
Four, 3, 2,
Power
1.
overwhelming. Unworthy.
Out of range. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware. Power overwhelming.
Don't dispel me until I say it, but
She used
revival. Oh, okay.
4,
bad RNG.
2,
Yep.
1.
Beware.
Out of range.
Power overwhelming.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of dodge.
Heroic is a nightmare.
3, 2, 1.
No, you did hear Heroic.
Beware.
Me and one of the other guildies in Under Oath went and did a pug for Heroic.
Alright, so big guy spawning now. Gotta look where he is.
Your doom closes in.
It's on the right side again.
Everybody stay together, tanks go first.
It's supposed to be random.
Where he spawns is random, but on the when it happens is just time based.
Beware.
It's too far
After
away.
this ad dies, then we go back to the boss hero.
Out of range.
Make sure to finish off the little ads.
3, 2, 1.
Power overwhelming.
2.
Beware.
1.
Yeah, pop.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Power overwhelming.
Beware.
It's too far away. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware. Power overwhelming.
Spell Ren.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware. Power overwhelming.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
Damn it.
Ready to look for ad.
Overwhelming. Beware.
Might get a push. Nope. That's on the opposite side.
Unworthy.
Start pushing through. Kill the ad.
Get the big ad and interrupt him as soon as possible. There you go.
I was gonna ask, are we just interrupting?
Bring small ones to bot. My thanks, guy. Oh, sorry.
Beware.
I'm out of range.
Get through this and we got.
Careful, someone instant spell.
It's too far away.
Beware.
I'm out of range.
Just kill boss.
4.
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear it big.
I don't have a target.
Good thing you stopped me.
Res coming out.
The ditties.
Still waiting for res. They don't like me, they're just gonna leave me dead.
2 seconds.
Should I?
I need to get closer.
Never mind that.
Help, I'm dying.
Good. Good.
So I'm starting to feel like there's people.
I saved you.
You're the wrong person. I wasn't not dying.
Hey, you were the first one that I can grab.
He's trying to help you, big. Keep the top. Pull me out of the fight.
You just
So
missed
we-
Demon, right? Tight.
So before we can go into the next boss, we need to take out both sides here where these fucking pedestals are in order to access it.
You.
I need to get closer.
I was just trying to get you through your rage, you know. If I pull you back, you can charge back in.
Oh, good. Yeah.
That's the third boss, yes.
We're on Lady Ash right now.
The Lady Ashvane's kind of a pain in the ass. Heroic is kind of easy as long as you know what you're doing.
I tried calling you,
Well
God.
done. Now to find the last font and destroy it. The sooner we do so, the better our chances of foiling Ajara's mad scheme.
Here, I was afraid I wasn't getting up.
It's too
Let's
far
get
away.
these.
We gotta clear him anyway.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, we have to go down after the next area is cleared.
Motherfuckers down Oracle.
Out of range.
The Oracle does.
They can be stunned. So kick the shit out of them.
They cannot be MC.
No, not MC. And kick like a jet. Because I can leg sweep them.
Who's watching her? No, who's watching Sunny?
Always sunny in Philadelphia?
That's me.
Is that your background noise?
Yeah.
It's been a damn background noise. You have a headset on anyway, don't you?
Like I want to listen to your voice all night?
I thought you loved my voice.
Eh.
That's why you always ask me to come in Discord.
I can't overenjoy it too much, otherwise I'll get sick of it.
I'm already past the point of your voice.
Oh wow, feelings. Fine, you explain the next fight, Mr. Perfect over there.
Kill the boss, don't die.
Oh, okay. I'll be leaving now. Somebody repair boats, let's go through the roof.
Not like this!
Not like this.
No, the next boss of DPS.
Has to be powerful,
There's
Priscilla.
bubbles and shit, and you gotta
Consider
side
our
armor, and you gotta
bargain complete.
DPS.
What? There's no bubbles. Oh,
Burning
there's
bubble.
bubbles.
Yeah, there's
Burning
bubbles.
There's no bubbles.
Oops, wrong way. Stoned. Whoops.
I'm out of range.
Shit, Val. Use that stagger.
I got him.
Get that ring for you. I needed it. Yeah, I have rank 2 already.
I need a target.
Isn't she so hot?
Beautiful. Super beautiful.
She looks better now than what she did.
It's what's on the inside that matters, gentlemen.
Sure, you tell yourself that.
Digging the tentacles.
I love
Sounds
her who
nice
she is,
tentacles.
not what she is.
Maybe her outside's reflector.
Ooh.
This is Lady Ashbane, the one who was trying to overthrow Catherine.
It's like you're giving a tour.
Here she gets awesome sausages.
Okay, so this boss is very tedious, but it all comes together. So tanks are basically going to start on X, and as she drops coral on the ground, it's going to look like a little patch of grass, basically. You're just going to keep kiting her around. We want those patches as tight as possible, because we're going to run out of room real fast. Every so often, there's going to be a big circle on the ground, a big piece of coral is going to shoot up. We need to break the coral, and I'll explain how we do that in a little bit. The coral spawns briny bubbles. They look like literally white bubbles. She's going to have basically a shield on herself that has health. Once the shield goes to 0, we're able to DPS her. If the briny bubbles touch her, it heals the carapace. So we as individuals have to pop the bubbles. Every time you pop a bubble, you get a debuff or waterlog. If you get 2, good luck, I'm not healing you. It puts a big debuff on you, makes you slow, and you're going to take a shit ton of damage. So we have to kind of space those out because it does do raid-wide damage. It does about 75,000 every bubble pop. Once the carapace is broken, you no longer have to soak the briny bubbles, because when they hit her, it doesn't restore the carapace, and it doesn't matter. But we still got to have to stagger them out, so occasionally if you see that there's 2 bubbles really close together, pop one of them, let the other one hit her, and we'll be fine. Now to pop the coral. So randomly coral's gonna spawn all over the damn place. Eventually, as we move around the room, we're gonna have icons above our head, and they're gonna look like anchors or boat sails or some kind of combination of that. And you're gonna match with someone, and you basically have to play the line game. So if I want to use Rend as my demo, so Rend is Moon, and I am going to be Condom. So if me and him have the same icons, we basically have to be in line with each other, and we have to have the coral in between us. And you can have more than just one piece of coral, so you can have 3 or 4, as long as it's in a straight line. After about 12 seconds, I think it is, basically a laser is going to shoot across the entire room between me and him, and if you're in between it, you're going to take a shit ton of damage. Otherwise, we break all the coral, and there's going to be 6 people with this fucking laser attached to someone else. We need to break as much of the coral as possible, because the more coral we break, the less briny bubbles, the less raid-wide AoE damage we take.
How far is that range for the...
It shoots across the entire room.
Alright.
For tanks, your main thing is going to be, I think it's called, like, what the fuck is it called? It's like, let me look really quick. It's like some kind of smash you have to, like,
Barnacle Bash.
That's it, the Barnacle Bash.
We went to 2 stacks in our raid, and we did pretty alright there.
Yeah, so about 2 smacks, then switch off. That's basically all we have to really do. Tanks are just going to basically be kiting them around the room. Range, your best bet is to be sitting kind of where the Jade statues are and just kind of go around clockwise, because that's the way we're going to move. When we run out of room, or if, and we hit back where Star is, we're going to start moving on the inside and basically, you know, kind of follow what the room is. You know, it's like it's a spiral. That's what we're going to do, is make a spiral of all the crap that she drops. And the big thing is that we need to pop the briny bubbles so it doesn't heal her carapace, because the carapace has a shit ton of health, and it heals for about 10% of the health of the carapace for every bubble that pops on her. And then once the bubble is, or the carapace is broken, do not pop the bubbles unless you need to spread them out, because there's no reason to take the extra dot damage from the bubble.
Also, briny bubble. Yeah, she's gonna be spawning corals. So that's what you're just.
Yeah,
don't run her through the coral that she spawns as well, like the ones that stick up. That's bad.
Oh, I forgot about Briny Bubble. So there's Briny Bubble. So I believe it's 3 players get chosen for Briny Bubble. The best case scenario, what to do is, if you get chosen for Briny Bubble, you need to put it in front of the boss, so in front of where we're moving, and all of melee and range need to attack the bubble in order to pop it. So it's better for everyone that has Briny Bubble to stack up and then just AoE them down and out.
Tanks can be chosen too.
Correct, tanks can be chosen as well, so just be careful of that.
Which is choosing out of you.
Start in the middle and then spiral outwards?
No, we're going to start on X and build our way in.
We probably won't make it to the second ring, but
correct.
Just in case.
So the reason we start on the outside is because the coral is going to spawn randomly all over the damn place, and if we're in the center, that means there's more bubbles that we're going to have to worry about, and if we're on the outside of the ring, the coral spawns inside, and then it has more time for us to catch up with heals, because this is very much a DPS check and a heal-intensive fight. I'm good. Other than that, we can just give it a try and see how it goes.
Everybody just needs to be on top of breaking the corals. That's the main thing.
Yeah, just communicate where you're going with your partner. So if it's me and Rend, you know, I'm going to tell Rend that I'm going to the east side, you're going to go to the south side, or something of that nature.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No! How can you have that?
So that's the coral I'm talking about. So briny bubbles will start spawning soon.
2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1.
We going counterclockwise or clockwise?
Just go counter now. You're already moving that way.
4.
So those are the white bubbles that we need to pop. So now you can see them. Upsurge, move out. Briny bubble, get in front of the boss and stack together. Only the people with briny bubble. Break them out.
2, 1.
Make sure you pop the white bubbles.
3, 2, 1.
Keep her close to the wall. Keep moving her.
Impossible!
Okay, Carapace is broken. Start DPSing her.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm giving mana.
4,
Might as well.
3, 2, 1.
Here's our icons. Coordinate and make sure you pop all of the barnacles.
Now you have one. God.
No one can stand in between them. Good job.
4,
Rinse and repeat now.
2, 1.
Briny bubbles, if you have it, move in front of the boss. Only they stand there.
Someone didn't make it.
Just break
No,
them out.
I got shot in the air.
4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2.
Just stack
1.
close to your partner so you don't cleave anybody.
4, 3,
Good job.
1.
Grip you right there. Next time, man, you just go to melee range. I'll follow you if that happens to him.
Coral's up, so move her a little bit away so we have space for that bubble.
3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Pop that bubble.
4, 3,
Another white bubble on the way back.
It's too far away. We need to get closer.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Running bubble around.
Too far away.
Make sure no one's next to them. Break them out.
3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Pop those briny bubbles.
Out of range.
Coral's coming up.
4, 3, 2, 1.
More bubbles are going to be coming out soon.
It's too far away.
Bubbles are out.
4, 3, 2.
Impossible!
Carapace is broken, so if you see a bubble, don't pop it right away. You can let it pop on her.
3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1.
If you got an icon, start moving.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Move back to where those were.
Good job. We still have one up, so we still need to try to get that with the next set of lasers.
1.
Your corpses will feed the dead.
Again?
Get them out of the briny bubble.
4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3.
One group go all the way back and pop that one.
Let me
Try not to cleave.
4, 3,
4,
2,
3,
1.
2.
Okay, after we destroy this next carapace, pop hero.
Let you have a huge hitbox.
4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Out of range.
Bubble coming from the back of the room.
3, 2, 1.
It's too far away.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Run like the rats you are.
Ready, bubble.
4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Still one bubble up.
Let it float for a while.
I'm out of range.
4, 3, 2, 1.
It's too far away.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I need to get closer.
Alright, get the bubbles.
Impossible.
Up here. We still have to follow mechanics, so if you get chosen, make sure you go and blow up the barnacles. Or the fucking coral.
Too far away.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Azurite is mine to wield.
Get moving.
Tank is right on him.
3, 2, 1.
I need to get closer.
4, 3, 2.
We have 2 up, so make sure we get the last 2. Good job. And then we go towards the center of the room.
Careful those ads down there.
Yeah, these ads hit pretty hard.
Saved your life. I saved your life.
Shit!
Yeah.
Oh shit, they're up here on me.
Tell me you need that.
Everybody
It's too
jump
far
down.
away.
Can't even carry it. Just jump down.
The ads are up here though.
Yeah, you can jump down.
Alright.
Alright, jump down.
Don't stand in blue garbage.
Out of range.
Yes, right, that was very clean.
I need it.
Pizza's here.
Okay, so listen. You see those blue bubbles? Or blue shit on the ground? Tanks need to stand that for this and the boss fight. Or one tank at least.
Otherwise it is raid wide AoE.
And this is an example of
Eat your bun.
So Laura, why'd you let me die?
I
Alright, so
couldn't get to you.
you stop it. One of the tanks needs to stand that, so good. That's one of the boss mechanics.
I'll us right now so we can, right?
This place is dangerous.
If you respawn, you'll respawn at the top of the hole.
Yeah, no.
Lazy.
Thanks.
Gotcha.
He said he called in.
Well, let's keep pushing. The next boss is the one I missed, the Ren.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to kill.
You're gonna get loot.
Yeah, I can actually get loot out of this whole place so far.
Okay, tank needs to start to blue.
So stand in Dookie. So all of the ads you see, the bigger main ads in the center, are something that's going to spawn on the bottom of this next boss fight, and they all do their own individual thing.
I actually like this boss fight, it's fun.
I mean, boss fight I thought was enjoyable.
Yeah.
So far, this place is in a old deer, so that's good.
Nah, definitely not.
You guys are saying you didn't like that tornado?
No. I would rather I'd rather peel my own skin off than that fucking boss again.
Good. You arrived just in time to welcome these little ones into
Alright, I'll explain the tank mechanics of this. So, the boss is going to give you a stacking debuff. It's actually going to reduce your damage to. Tanks want to swap at about 8 on the first one. Whoever had first aggro, you're going to want to peel off, and there's going to be 3 ads, the ones that we just saw. You need to DPS those down as fast as possible before your debuff runs out and before the other tank gets 8. When they die, they're going to spawn that blue stuff on the ground. You're going to need to soak each and every one of those, or else it's going to do raid wipe. That's pretty much the tank spec. So are you?
Okay, so for healing and DPS, what we're going to do is we are all going to start on the red X, and you're going to get chosen with a debuff. You'll noticeably know you're different because you're going to turn blue, basically. If you go blue, you need to go by the blue square. I know, baffling. Throughout the entire fight, you're going to basically get rained on. You're going to see basically circles on the ground that looks like rain, and you're going to see little pockets where it's not raining. You need to stand in that pocket. If you don't, you're going to instantly die. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Other than that, we needed to DPS the ads down. At some point, I think it's at 50%, either 50 or 60%.
50, I think.
The boss is going to run away, and we're going to have to basically do a gauntlet. You're going to notice, if you look up on the ceiling, basically, there's a bunch of like those weird-looking pod shits. They're basically on the walkway behind the boss, and we have to run down it and basically kick the boss before time runs out. Otherwise, the whole platform goes away, and you instantly die. If you touch those little like mushroom things, you get knocked away, and if you fall off the side, well, good luck. If you're a demon hunter or anyone that has the ability of levitating and flying, don't do it and try to float all the way down because you will basically fall to your death because it counts you out of bounds and kills you basically. So just walk on the path. Once we're at the bottom, it's basically the same mechanics. Ads are going to spawn out. You're going to DPS the ads. Back on boss, we'll have to put new markers down, but it's basically the same aspect, just again.
It'll be different as I'll spawn down there, but the tank rotation is still the same. 8 stacks, or however stacks you can get. Well, I could never really reach 8 stacks and tank the as that, so there's a shit that falls from the ceiling that you gotta go in these like little pockets in between the blue shit on the ground. You gotta go in between pockets. Everybody needs to get in between them. It's 3 times. After those pockets, the other tank will then take aggro, and the other tank then that's when they peel off and get aggro for all 3 ads.
Correct. Out of all of the ads, the big one that we need to really focus on is the witch, because she has a conductive pulse that needs to be interrupted, and a pulse of storm energy basically stuns all enemies for 3 seconds, which is not bueno. Basically, our kill order is going to be the witch. Then the Myrdon, I'm gonna say that it's basically the range. They have a skewer that does a shit ton of damage, and they're ranged. And then it's gonna be the Hulk, and the Hulk basically does a stomp, and someone's gonna get chosen essentially, and we need a stack on that person because it does 800,000 physical damage divided amongst everyone in a 14-yard range. So when we call the stack, you need a stack.
He's identical to the big guy we just fought up there. Looks the same.
Correct.
There's
Other
just a,
than that, it's basically a tank and spank.
there's just a big emphasis on not dying in the gauntlet, because once you do, if you do, we cannot come back up and res you because it will be blocked off if you don't fall down.
Correct.
And you just died.
Any questions?
What does the gauntlet consist of?
It's basically like the path we just walked from. Like this one behind us, it's like this, but with like those little weird mushroom shits on it. And that's it. And there'll be like raining water bolts too, but you can still easily avoid them.
It's not like the gauntlet from battle, it's just like us running through everything, having to get to the next stage of the battle. As long as you avoid shit, it's easy. Yep,
Yes.
Just keep them right there.
Oh, and don't ever hit 10 stacks. Ever.
Yeah, just keep it to 8 for as ever rise you can get. Like I said, the first tank's is not going to be able to get to 8. You just
I don't
gotta
remember
get
what
it
the
out.
shit is that we get. Oh, it's incubation fluid. If you get that, you need to go to blue.
Ooh, food.
Okay.
Okay.
Can we pew pew now?
Since you insist.
Yeah, let's go pew pew the boss. Big, I expect 100k DPS. Let's go.
Oh, you're gonna fucking get it.
5,
On X
4,
everyone for melee and
3,
range.
2, 1.
Debuff's about to go out. If you get chosen, go to blue.
2, 1.
Four, three, two, one.
So this is the rain. Don't stand in the rain.
And then after the next tank, take aggro. Draw to get aggro bad.
Ads are out. Pick them up, and then when they die, stand on them so the AoE doesn't hit us. Tank, or the boss cannot be next to the ads. Keep them away.
Draw to aggro.
Beware.
When they die, get out of that blue.
Get closer.
You can just change so it comes.
4,
If you got the blue shit, go to the blue side. Taldrum, go to blue.
And then you just taunt it.
Lee, go to blue. Corey, go to blue. Blue. Pick them up.
Beware.
My lead.
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2,
Rain.
1.
Same matter, same thing.
Rinse and repeat. Ads are out.
Beware.
Go ahead, drop. Grab the ads.
Net.
Let him wipe it up.
I died. My bad.
Don't stand in the goop, just let us get killed by it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
No, I didn't. I taunted off with Zetron.
It'll be the same rotation drive. You'll get the ads again because he'll be at 8, or you'll be. I mean, his ads will be. His debuff will be gone.
I'm not exactly sure what killed me. Like, even my recap didn't say I died.
You died from shame.
I know.
If I had to guess, it was lack of heals.
You died from the blue stuff.
But I was full life when I stood in it.
It doesn't matter. It's gonna one-shot you.
Yes.
Jod was in there with me.
Jod needs to be the only one inside those though.
Yeah, the blue liquid that the squids drop, the ads, the tanks can only do it because the debuff that they get, every stack they get of it reduces the damage they take by 10%. So when they have 8 stacks, 80% damage reduction.
Exactly.
Make them walk.
Shame him to walk, guys.
What, you want another cauldron?
We still got one down.
There's a cauldron down?
But
oh shit.
I have 67 more of them to use.
Did not know that was there. Alright, Solar, one question.
Meh.
So if I turn blue, I go to blue. After I turn red, I go to red.
So we all start on the red, so I'll make it even for DPS. So essentially, if you're melee DPS, you're going to be on purple. If you do not have the blue shit on you, if you're ranged or a healer, you're going to start on red. If you're melee, you're going to go to moon. If you're ranged, you're going to go to square. Just because if you're melee and you run all the way to fucking blue, you're not going to be doing anything for basically half the fight.
Alright, so just go to moon if melee gets one.
Yeah.
Alright.
If this Gooja could drop me the fucking trinket, I would literally die.
The bow would be awesome.
Pew pew.
Ready? Pew pew.
Oops.
I think I'm a little farther back.
Still got first spot.
Four, 3, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
Okay, now Dresser would taunt.
It's too far away.
Ads are out.
3, 2, 1.
Cut it down.
Make sure the ads aren't close to the boss.
There's one on the bot.
I got him.
Beware.
It's too far away.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Pull him away.
Move further out.
Need to get closer.
And then you just taunt draw when he gets hit.
Just gotta make sure they're not connected with that lane.
Beware.
Ren, you got blue.
4, 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Good job avoiding the rain.
Beware.
Move them up further.
Element, yeah.
I have arcane thing. Do I? I'm not aggro.
Get them up.
That's the problem.
It's too far away.
Taunt the boss right away.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
I can't attack it.
That wipe it up. The taunting is pretty dick on this guy. I will agree.
I did forget to mention something about taunting.
1.
So as you guys saw, that your debuffs will overlap. There will be a point where the ads come out. Jurassic, yours won't be down, and yours won't be and you won't be able to taunt yet. What we did was we just let the ads go a little bit. Nobody attacked them until Drad is able to get a taunt off. Or Jurassic, sorry. You wait, because it's only a couple seconds before Jurassic is able to taunt because his stacks will still be on. It's a couple seconds. I did forget to mention that, my bad.
Yeah, try to save the elemental for the bottom floor, because those ads are gonna actually do some serious damage.
So during that second one, yeah, Drod, you just have to keep aggro for a while longer. The ads will come out. Don't peel off just yet. Just wait for Jurassic's debuffs to expire, and then you'll be able to taunt and you can go do your thing. Right, just nobody needs to attack the ads beforehand. It's for the second ad spawn. Yeah. And it's going to be like that after the gauntlet too. Hey Solar. When I get Arcane Lightning, during the ad phase, do I still go on Moon? Or can I?
So as soon as you get the debuff, you need to step away from other people. The reason being is because the boss will cast arcing lightning. When you have ambiotic fluid on, you take reduced damage. You want it to chain off people that already have ambiotic fluid because it's going to do reduced damage. People that do not have it are going to take increased damage, and it goes basically kind of like in a straight line.
All right. So if I have it,
You need to be on Moon. So as soon as you get ambiotic fluid, which is like a big blue debuff on you, you need to be stacked either on the blue square or on Moon to help reduce that damage.
It's not arcing lightning.
No.
That's what I was getting. No.
Well, you're gonna get it. That's just the tick you get from having the debuff.
Gotcha.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't like his animations.
You don't like his waving tentacles?
No, I meant my animation.
Oh.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Gotta get out of that rain.
Beware.
Move the boss back.
4, 3,
Pads are out.
1.
Out of range.
Beware.
We need to get closer.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Just tank. Oh, it's taunt now. God.
Beware.
4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Hold on for a few seconds on the F.
3, 2.
Beware.
It's too far away. Out of range.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
And we're about to enter the gauntlet phase.
2, 1.
Beware.
Same mechanics, different ad.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, he runs away. Don't touch the mushrooms.
No swirlies either.
30 seconds. Don't taunt it, or don't interrupt that. You need to wait for the interrupt as long as possible so we can keep doing damage to them. Everyone's gonna stack on green. If you get the blue shit, you're gonna go to orange.
I think I'm near the wall again. It's like last one.
Yeah, take them all the way to the wall.
3, 2.
Alright, same thing as before, folks. Now we have 3 ads that are going to be a little bit bigger.
Not this far of the wall.
Time draw.
Taunt him, take him to the other doorway.
4, 3,
To the orange side?
1.
Yeah, the orange door. No, no, over here. Take him over here. Because where you're taking him, the ad spawn.
4, 3,
On yellow star.
1.
Which is first priority.
Beware.
Alright, which is up?
Getting the interrupts on.
4, 3, 2,
Yes, you
1.
got it. Stack.
Remember the big guy got a stack in him. So I'm away from that.
I'm gonna need a taunt drawn.
Beware.
Four, 3, 2,
Alright.
1.
We're just gonna repeat.
When did we hero now?
40, yeah, 30. So you can hear out 30.
Beware.
4, 3, 2, 1.
4,
Alright, this is technical.
2, 1.
How's it going now?
Same as things before. Witch, spear thrower, halt.
Got boss.
Too far away.
Beware.
There's no Hulk this time, by the way.
So it's gonna be the witch first, and then the what do you call it? Spear chucker.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Just focus boss. Good job. Oh, fucking gold. God damn it.
Huh. Next boss is fun. Are you guys enjoying the next boss?
Nice, they got the crossbow. Or just murdering crabs.
I don't like that crap.
I can tell. What's the next one? The Queen's Court?
Yup.
Oh, fuck.
It's all fun and games there.
Are we gonna have enough time?
I'm doing attempting, yeah. It's pretty much a DPS.
It's basically DPS, spreading out, and stacking.
More so, yeah. There's an enrage timer at 9 minutes.
Yes, it's a DPS check. I have you on. I think we cleared it with like less than 30 seconds.
Really?
Yeah, we were very close on our run.
I should
Just get these side mobs here.
Your brutal attacks upon my underlings, but I must.
Alright, so let's just start talking. Ren can explain the tanking portion. Essentially, one of the bosses is gonna basically explode into a big bubble. We need to stand inside the bubble or you're gonna take a shit ton of damage. Someone random is going to be picked and they're going to get charged at. We need a stack on that person so we can displace all the damage. Otherwise they're going to get fucking annihilated. We need a stack, so wherever that person's getting charged, they need to stack it on the wall where we're coming into, because it's going to basically leave a standing floor garbage that we can't stand in, otherwise you're going to take more damage. There's going to be a portion where we're going to get electricity, basically. I think it's called like static shock or some garbage like that. Basically, if you stand still, you're going to build up stacks. When you move, it's going to release those stacks, and it's going to do a shit ton of damage. So everyone has to keep moving, whether you just strafe left and right or whatever you want to choose, as long as you don't get stacks. For healers, it's going to be very heal intensive, so make sure you save your most mobile cooldowns during that phase. It doesn't start when we drop down.
Come, my loyal servants.
Yeah,
Greet
as
our
we go down.
guests. After
Yeah, we
all,
advanced that
they
we're gonna have to
traveled
kill.
such a long way to pay us a visit.
Trying to remember everything else.
I need to get closer.
Let's see.
Circles.
Oh yes, so you're gonna get picked with. It looks like a water circle basically. If anyone's in your circle, you and them are gonna take damage. So when we're inside the big bubble that the boss is gonna spawn, we need to make sure that we're evenly displaced so that people with the rings can come in. They're gonna primarily be sitting on the outside of the ring, essentially like just on the edge of the bubble, where everyone else is gonna be closer on the inside. And then there's, I think it's Violent Outburst, I think it's what it's called. Yes, so basically if you stand still, you're going to build up stacks. If you release the stacks, like I said, you're going to do a shit ton of AoE damage to everyone. I'll call out when everyone has to keep moving. And then it's basically a rinse and repeat. Rand, if you want to go over the tanking aspect.
Yeah, so this fight and tanking aspect is a lot like you're going to have to keep the bosses separate at all times. Wait till they come out.
My subjects seldom face a true challenge. You will try
I think it's
provide them
Pashmir. I think there's a cast chick. She's gonna give the deep tank its stacking debuff. At 10 stacks, the tank will be mind controlled. So don't get 10 stacks. We pretty much did 8 just like the last boss. The other boss has a stacking buff on him that increases his attack. Don't worry about that. You just go by the Pashmir. That's pretty much it. I really can't think of anything else. Lara, how about you?
Well, that's basically it. The big thing is that if you get chosen to get charged at, you need to bring it to where we're standing now to stack it in the back of the room, so that we don't worry about it.
The caster chick, she'll occasionally do this big AoE in the room. As it looks like a big circle with blue outline. Just get out of that. So the tank who has her needs to tank her on the very outside of the arena, so people have room to
get out.
When the circle, yeah, get out. When the circle comes that we need to all stack in, the other tank can stay outside and be fine. So don't worry about running all the way over here.
You
Wherever
have
the shield is.
proven entertaining so far.
Preferably
Now
just
it is
stay
time
close
for the
by so you
real
can
show
just
to
get healed.
begin.
Yeah, just stay in range. Just don't get to 10 stacks, because that's game over.
Pashmir's gonna be skull.
Pashmir is the one
big
with
thing
the
is
stack
we
buff.
need to keep their health even the whole time. If one dies before the other, it's basically their rage, and you're going to hurt a lot.
We need to assign groups for DPS to be on each side. So I don't know when to do that. Just split DPS evenly among everybody.
That being said, even though we're splitting DPS, when we call out for the bubble, everyone's still going inside. Even if you're DPSing the other ad or the other boss, you need to be inside that bubble, otherwise you will die out there.
Same goes for the spark orbs. All DPS need to peel off and kill the orbs in the correct order. Have we set up? When we kill the orbs, just go back to the boss that you were originally DPSing. When the tanks swap, you do not swap bosses. You stay with your tanks. Yeah, Pashmar, she's the one who's going to be giving the tank a debuff stacking to 10 times. That would 10 is what you get mind controlled, so around 8, keep it around 8 is when you're going to. The other guy is the one that does the attack speed buff. You don't need to worry about that one. Tanks can be targeted for charge from Sylvaas, so that is a thing to look out for. Tanks do get standalone. Standalone is when you cannot stack with anybody.
It looks like a watery ring around you.
Yeah, when the bubble comes, just think of it like Conclave, where people with orbs and people with Tiger would have to go around the edges. That's the same kind of thing here. Just keep everybody around the edges. You're gonna be out of range when you're tanking them to taunt. When you get close to 8 stacks with Pashmar, just get in range of each other so you can just swap. You don't need to run to the other side though. Pashmar just needs to be tanked along the outside edge of the arena for when she does that big AoE. It's not very often she does it. It's just best to be safe and tank around the edge just so you don't get caught with it. Yeah.
It's literally Conclave. The best idea is to tank Sylvaas on Skull, and then not Skull. I'm sorry.
No, it's Pashmar.
Yeah, Pashmar, and then have Moon for Sylvaas.
Well, I would even keep Pashmar closer to the edge, because that's a pretty big circle that she does. Right around there is perfect. Yeah. Just keep an eye on your debuff, because you don't want to get in range of the taunt.
For healers, it's best to stand on that center piece, because then you can hit both tanks and all the DPS, especially melee. But we still need to stack for bubble onto Moon as soon as we call out for it.
When Sylvaas charges and you soak that, he will leave behind this big swirling circle that you cannot no longer step in. We've been trying to pretty much what we did was we just aligned them on the outside where we are now in a big cluster as best as we could to minimize unplayable area.
And we do need to stack for that. Not everyone, but a good chunk, because it's going to knock us back as well.
If you get enough people in there, pretty much does no damage.
Ideally, range will be doing it the most.
There's also going to be, at the start of the fight, and occasionally, I think around halfway, there's going to be a series of 3 circles, and there are purple circles on the ground, and there's different organizations of these circles. Melee, mainly melee, will have to soak those, 1 in each. There's 4 of each, and they come out in groups of 3. Like 4 will spawn, they're soaked. Another 4 will spawn, they're soaked. So those will need to be soaked, or else they will do big damage. They're really hard to miss. They're just like lavender, purple, small areas on the ground. They're usually around the middle where the statue is right now.
If you've done King's Rest, it looks like the ad right before the last boss with that little tiny dot on the floor. It looks almost identical with that.
It's exactly like that, yeah. Or Vetted and Aldir, it's a lot like that too. Where it reaches these, except a lot smaller.
Alright, let's give her a try.
Otherwise, we just need to DPS on both sides. So, how we spend DPS up? It doesn't matter. No, we just need to be even. Like the same amount of people on each boss.
Same idea with doing a BFA for the gauntlet with the golems. You know, they have to die relatively at the same time. They literally took BFA and a bunch of different raids mechanics and just shoved it in this place.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Off with their heads!
DPS the sparks down, please.
We're gonna have to be one alone. We need to focus one.
4, 3,
Target.
2,
Alright, stand in the rings if you're nearby. That's the first set.
Leave one spark off.
Next set, stand in those. Last sets, make sure you're standing on those. Good job. Alright, this is the eruption. We're going to be moving Skull, everyone inside the bubble.
The tank doesn't have to, right?
No.
No, but you need to stay within range to get heals.
Makes sense.
Alright, move
soak
out.
Soak that, no, soak that. Solo, go me. Oh, he's still on, right.
I need to get closer. 4, 3, 2, 1.
I am weary of this farce. Obey my
Alright, and we're
orders.
rinsing and repeating again. Alright, don't cast the same spell twice.
I forgot this one.
It's too far away.
Sparks again. Kill one at a time as best as we can. Stack for this, put towards the center back of the room. Alright, keep DPSing the spark. The little circles are going to spawn on the ground.
Switch.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I am weary of this farce.
Alright, stand alone. If you have standalone, stay by yourself. Then just don't stand next to the tank. I need to stack. Move to the boss.
It's too far away.
Stand alone on the outside. Make sure you're in the bubble.
No mercy. Death awaits you.
Okay, you need to keep moving.
I shall strike you down.
4, 3, 2, 1.
That's the circle, get out of it.
Grows tiresome. I command you to provide more entertainment.
Keep moving, don't stand still. Alright. That's the toughest part right there. So make sure you save your lock cookies and any defensive cooldowns for that.
That's a big portion of the fight right there.
And then that's literally the end portion, and then it would rinse and repeat. Good job for first attempt, though.
3, 2, 1.
I am weary of this farce. Obey my edicts or suffer the consequences.
Is this a GG moment?
By the way, this fight alone is like 10 minutes.
Well, not necessarily because of their rage. Can't let it be 10 minutes.
Make sure to get your lock rocks.
I think we're here at the
5,
start, right?
4, 3,
Shit, anyways.
2, 1.
Off with their heads!
Just do it then. No.
Sparks.
Four, 3, 2,
I am weary of this farce.
Stand in the circles,
Obey
one
my
person
edicts
only.
Or suffer the consequences.
I shall strike you down!
Good job with the sparks and the rings. Move to the boss, so we'll move in the skull.
Strike you down!
Stack out. Tommy's got it by himself.
Out of range. 4, 3, 2, 1.
This pageant grows tiresome. I command you to provide more entertainment.
No, don't use the same spell twice.
You have been found wanting!
Sparks.
Get that at the back of the room.
I shall strike you down!
You can use the same spell twice in a row again.
Make sure we down all those sparks.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Standalone? No stack?
Make sure you don't stack with anyone.
Provide more entertainment.
Death awaits you!
Stack with art.
Face my wrath!
Standalone on the edge. Or whoever doesn't have standalone on me.
I shall strike you down! Death awaits you!
Stack.
I shall
Spark.
strike you down!
4, 3, 2,
Get out of that.
I am weary of this farce.
Don't stop
Obey
moving.
my edicts or suffer the
The
consequences.
healing coming.
I shall strike you down!
Keep moving, keep moving. Get him up.
You can stop moving now.
If stop moving, get him up. That was close. If we DPS him down, we can now. Never mind.
Yeah, one res for 50 seconds.
4,
Second you drop.
3, 2, 1.
I am weary of this farce. Obey my edicts or suffer the consequences.
Sorry, can't resist.
Death awaits you! I shall strike you down! Put to death! No mercy! You are nothing before my devotion.
You get 48%. That's pretty good. If you guys need heals again, let me know. I'll definitely come and join you.
Yeah, I'll come too if you want.
In the raid group or the raid?
Don't worry, Birdie, I beat you. Oh, Nomi wins. Look at that one.
Nomi always wins. Good roll, Nomi.
It's the best roll.
Looks like Lee got it.
Nice roll, Lee.
Good job, Bruce.
You're not rolling, Gerard? Okay. And ISO wins. It was 12 rolls.
We'll leave right now.
Yay, less competition.
Alright, I'm switching back to Under, my friend.
Alright, thanks for having us, guys.